One zoo in Silicon Valley is making 4 endangered animals feel at home. These are Chacoan peccaries, native to the brushlands of Central South America, and approximately 3,000 of these peccaries remain in the world. Veteran zookeeper Heather Verzel with the Happy Hollow Park and Zoo said they wanted to make space for animals that really needed it.
There's 4 males. They're young. They're 2.5 and 1.5. And they look like pigs, but they're not pigs. They're in the same family, but a different genus.
Chacoan peccaries, also known as tagua in Paraguay, were once thought to be extinct and were only known by fossil remains. In 1975, living species were found in South America. Their habitat is the savanna plains, marshes, and thorn forests.
They are an endangered species. They come from Bolivia, Argentina, and Paraguay. They root in the dirt. They have, very strong snouts. They dig in the dirt to find the food. Food's a little bit easier here at the zoo. We don't make it too difficult for them to find it.
They have an average lifespan of 9 years in the wild and can weigh up to nearly 100 pounds. There are currently 3 species of peccary, and according to the International Union for Conservation of Nature, they're at risk of decline due to habitat loss and overhunting.
The things that we're doing to the natural places in the world are making smaller and smaller spaces for the wild animals to live, and it's happened with the peccaries as well as many other different species.
Verzel has been in the zoo industry for 40 years, and 33 of those years have been at Happy Hollow.
I came from an Air Force family, so we weren't always able to have pets. So then I just kind of grew up and wanted to be around them all of the time. I'm fascinated by them, fascinated by their behavior, their adaptations, how they work in the world.
Rain or shine, the weather doesn't change the zookeeper's duties as she tidies up the pen and trains the little guys. The zoo worked with the Association of Zoos and Aquariums Species Survival Plan, which coordinates animals nationwide for breeding to preserve endangered animals. These peccaries were transferred from a Southern California zoo.
I was very excited. We've been waiting a long time for these guys. With everything everybody's been through over the last few years and delays on shipments, and we've had problems getting animals because of airline and weather. It was a long time coming, and we're very, very excited.
It's common practice for zookeepers to wear protective gear when working with new animals during a quarantine period. Here, it's 30 days. Caitlin O'Hara, Conservation and Communications Manager at the zoo, said a challenge with acclimating animals is the initial part, welcoming them to their new habitat. And each week, the zoo enriches the living space through introducing new elements, for instance, sounds through radio, visuals, and scent, such as surprising them with sheep wool. This is to encourage natural behaviors and keep them mentally engaged. The nonprofit Happy Hollow Foundation partnered with the local zoo to renovate this new space for the animals. The spot was previously home to another peccary who is now in her golden years. An annual pass holder and his son have been waiting.
Seen the exhibit get built out and revamped, because before it was really hard to find the one peccary that was just hiding in the hut all the time usually. And when you see it, like, oh, we saw it. So today, this is amazing. I did not expect them just to be roaming around and chowing down, but there's also not a lot of screaming kids here, so.
The 16-acre zoo is home to 60 different animal species and over 130 animals. Verzel says the more she learns about nature, the more it amazes her.
I just love kind of immersing my whole life in it and being able to teach other people about the world that we live in and how we need to protect it and we need to take care of it and why.
Support the zoo, support your local coffee shops. Yeah, support animals, man.
Happy Hollow Zoo is not currently breeding the peccaries, but may in the future with their new space. Now, the peccaries haven't been given names yet, but the zookeepers did suggest a list of names, and the zoo staff would then decide to vote on them, hopefully in a few weeks. David Lamb, NTD News, California.